All right. We back. Once again with the new mics.
With the new mics.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, man, to all the people out here in the listener land and everybody watching on YouTube, we want to put out the best for y'all. You know what I'm saying? We can keep it 100. We went on and got these microphones to make sure that we produce the best quality. Now, I must admit, it makes me kind of want to get my voice a little deeper, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, come on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Come on, Barry. Come on, Barry.
Midnight special.
Come through, Mr. White.
Hey, tell Tracy holler at your boy, you know what I'm saying?
Oh.
Wait a second.
Back into the mic. Back the mic.
Right. Nah, but how y'all feeling? Crystal, you good?
I'm good. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I know. We gonna talk about it. Big Mike.
What's up, brother?
My guy.
You, my boy.
My guy.
You loyal.
I'm
okay.
loyal. You know what I'm saying?
No, you
Look,
off to
bruh,
a good start.
you know
We
what I'm
30
saying?
seconds in with no shade.
No
son.
shade.
They looking bright.
Ain't no shades. It's bright today.
Today is looking bright.
I mean, I could talk about, but I'm not.
Wow.
Because you're my guy.
Oh, no. All our listeners know when you hear those two words associated together.
No, not today.
The sun might be leaving the
Not
sky.
today.
some.
No shade
A little
today. And
shade.
it's really not shade.
What is it, Jay?
Sometimes you got to be blocked, bruh. I'm trying to keep you grounded, dog.
Is that what it is?
If you get sunburned, you need a little shade to keep you grounded.
I
That
know
was
what you-
deep.
Yeah,
Come on, just you receive it. You know that was deep. Was it kind of deep, Crump? A little bit.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
and he's certified,
Listen,
bro. Pro
bro,
NFL
I know
player,
he is. That's why I wasn't
programs
happy
plus
about the
world
cosign.
author. Yeah,
I know
You
he
what I'm
is.
saying?
That's what disappointed me.
Right.
I know he legit out here. I didn't want to see that at all.
right. But receive it. Yeah. But think about that. Oh man, you just throwing some shade, like critiques. Somebody told me a quote one time. They said that critiques will help you grow faster, and criticism will help you grow faster than compliments will.
That's
Well,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
can see the
So you
truth
can
in
be
that.
complimented all day long, but the critiques and criticism, as harsh as it might be some shade, you know what I'm saying? But it might be that very thing that you need so that you don't get sunburned.
Right. Because
Jay,
a compliment is saying you did something right. You did something good. They, admire what you've already done.
Right.
Criticism is like, okay, this is what you need to improve on.
Right.
And if you don't know what you need to improve on, you can't get better.
Right.
So I can see that. Growth
Right.
does come
Yeah.
from
I'm just trying to
constructive criticism, though.
Yeah.
There's a difference between constructive criticism and just criticism.
Yeah, right.
Crystal, just to make sure your mic is good, say that again to Jeremy. Maybe he just needs to hear that clearly.
Let me hear. I want to hear
that
you.
See, I
wanna
was
receive
about
that.
to say it, and then I realized where he was going with
Yeah, I
this.
wanna
Shout out
receive
to
it.
the new mics, though.
Can you say it again? I want to make sure I understood you correctly.
There is a difference between constructive criticism
Right.
and just criticism or harsh criticism.
Right.
That's right.
Right. And it takes a very healthy person to tell the truth. Because if somebody is
Here
sensitive,
we go.
oh, then the most beautiful, constructive, spirit-filled criticism is like have somebody feeling like, woe is me, with that victim boy.
Yeah.
I'm looking right at you,
Yeah.
Crystal. Yeah, I appreciate you sharing that.
That's amazing.
I'm looking right at you, Crystal.
This is amazing. Lord, I
Yeah.
love it here. This
You
is
feel
awesome.
me?
You know,
It's still sunny outside.
What a time to be alive. Yes. But no, I'm glad, man, that you're here, Mike. I'm glad that you're here, Crystal. I appreciate y'all tapping in, man. Y'all's level of commitment, you know what I'm saying, for the podcast is something serious. When people I don't think people realize that y'all really do be flying in like on an almost like regular basis.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We
sure.
got
Yeah.
LA, we got Chicago, but we wanted to produce the best for y'all. I need y'all to hear me in listener land. Like, don't play with it. We could have did Zoom. We could have did the Roadcaster, but it's something different about us being,
In the
you know what I'm
room.
saying, in the same space in the room. You know what I'm saying? And we make sacrifices to get in the room.
Absolutely.
We need to talk about that. That might be a
like
podcast
that.
topic. Yeah.
that's different.
You like that?
We make sacrifices to get,
to get in the room. Yeah.
Q, that's a thumbnail in video form. You hear me?
Right, no
My
doubt.
God, that's a GIF.
Right.
GIF,
Man, I wanna-
however you say it.
I want to share a win with y'all, a win for social media. Now, yeah, I know a couple weeks ago, we did the live recording podcast at the
Death to
conference.
social media, right?
Yeah,
Right.
the death to social media. But I want to talk about a win for social media.
That's what's up.
And in that last podcast, like a few weeks ago, we did talk about, you know, saying some of the negative traits at times.
And balance, but we
The
balanced
balance.
it out.
Yeah, we did
Yeah.
balance it out.
And being
But man,
intentional when you go on.
yeah. So I want to share something with y'all, right? Somebody on my Instagram, I put up a post. One of my partners put up a post. Let me see who it was here. Okay, Jose, one of my guys. He's actually one of my media guys that does what do you call it? He's one of my publicists, right?
Right.
So he put up a post that said, "Remember this: God has a bigger plan for you than you have for yourself. And I was like, you know what I'm saying, Sean? Like God has a bigger plan for you than you have for yourself. So you know what I did, bro. If I see something inspiring that touched me, like I'm gonna put it on, I'm gonna share it to my story. So I sent that joint to my story, and I got, right now I got 541 text messages, right? And it was a time, man, I was trying to keep them things to about 300.
Are you talking about views on your story?
No, I'm talking about 541 actual text messages.
It's 541 people trying to reach you.
Yes.
I'm not doing something right. All right, hold on real quick. So what I need, what I'm thinking in my life is
you might be doing something right.
I'm not as accessible, and maybe that's why. Okay.
Right. No, but I'm not even saying. Podcast. I'm not saying it's
Random.
a good thing.
I'm broke, Lord. 551 people owe me. I need that lifestyle. Like, where is the 551 invoices, Lord, in your name?
You feel
Lord,
me? Hey, I wish these was 551 invoices.
Don't worry.
But I'm going somewhere.
Facts,
right?
Facts.
So that's the text message. So you can imagine the DMs. These are actually people that have my cell number. So they actually, reach out. And some of them might be multiple, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like 41 individual. It might be 200 people. Some people might send 2-3 texts, right?
Oh, true.
But that's personal. Yeah. So imagine all of the tens of thousands of people that I am engaging with on social media. Yeah. So I'm going somewhere. I just happened to see one of these DMs, and I try my best to keep up. You know what I'm saying? Q helps me out with it. Reese helps me out with it, under the primary general and the other joint. But somebody responded to this DM, and I'm grateful to God that I saw it. That's the point of me sharing it. Absolutely. I got so many messages. I just happened to see this response, and it was a God thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So a young 14-year-old girl. She's 14. She's 14. This young sister responded. Again, I posted this joint that says, God has a bigger plan than you have for yourself. She sent me a DM in response to the story and says, doesn't feel like it. I wish he would take my soul already. I hate it down here. Wow. Now, you already know. You already know, Sean. I'm thinking like, come on, man. My heart instantly broke. Actually, two things. My heart instantly broke, but then I got overwhelmed with, all right, now I need to have the bandwidth to respond. Can I keep it 100? I wasn't like, I'm going to pour into this young sister. I'm thinking like, I already had a heck of a day. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I can't like not respond and follow up. Yeah. So I sent her a response. Let me see if I can find the response that I sent this young sister. I sent her a response, and then Holy Ghost told me to do something that I think is brilliant, which is why I had to come from the Holy Ghost, because I ain't that deep. You feel me?
I like that cosign. There we go. I rock with that one here. Crump on it now. Here we go. Shout out to our guy. That's our guy. Yeah. Big fact.
You done lost your teammate.
You ain't loyal, man. Yeah, you ain't loyal, man.
That's our guy.
You ain't loyal, man.
That's our guy. Yeah.
Lord have mercy. So, I'm talking about heavy. So basically, God poured in the homegirl. I was like, yo, I get it. I know how it feels. I know how challenging things can be, but you got to hang in there. I loved on her. I was like, look, God has a crazy plan for your life. Just stay focused. Yeah. I know it's rough right now, but things going to get better. Like I really poured into her. Mm-hmm. I said, hey, sis, hang in there. It gets better. Try your best to focus on what's working out as opposed to the problems. All the challenges that you're dealing with now was temporary. I'm praying for you this morning that God will give you the peace and strength, that you need. Yeah. And then I took a screenshot and sent that sucker to my Instagram page. And of course, I blocked her
on the
picture.
Story?
Yeah, I took a screenshot of her DMs.
It's a heart post.
Yeah, it's a heart post. Yeah. So I took a picture of what I posted and her response, saying how she wished God would just take her soul. She hates it down here on earth. I took a screenshot of that whole dialogue and put that thing in my story. On my Instagram page, and I said, help
on the main page?
On my main page.
Oh, so everybody
listen
got to see that.
To me.
Let's go.
So I said, help me. And of course, I blocked her. So, yeah. I cropped her picture out.
You protected her privacy.
Yeah, I got to protect her privacy. So I said, y'all help me out. I already responded to this young lady's DM, but can y'all drop a word of encouragement to her below? I get messages like these all the time from teams. Let's make sure we show these young ladies she's not alone. 125 people went in. Wow. Do you hear me?
I love it.
Man,
you gotta read a couple. Let's just hear a couple of the things, man. Like for real, this is a win right here, bro. We gotta put this energy out there, Jay.
Media, right?
I need that.
And then I'm gonna tell y'all why. you know what I'm saying, this is important. So somebody said, I am Damian Fulmore said, you have to understand that even in your most challenging time, you were still enough. I love you and I believe in you. You know what I'm saying?
Like
Somebody else said, I felt the same way when I was 19, when my identity got stolen, and had me in and out the court system, but I didn't throw in the towel because I couldn't stay horrible forever. Keep going. My homegirl source in the city says, log off of IG, baby girl, and become one with yourself. IG is just a highlight of other people's successes and they don't share their failures. She said, log off, gather yourself, whoever you worship in a higher meaning, really tap in with them. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody else said,
Jay. Let me read one.
You want to read one?
Yeah,
okay, go ahead.
I had to log on to see this for myself. I'm like, yo, this is super dope. This is one that says, no one talks to you more than you talk to yourself. When you hear unkind words repeating in your head, replace them with, in quotations, I am the apple of God's eye.
Come on. Come on.
It's a reminder that no matter what is happening on earth, God loves you and so do I. Shout out Connie Falls. Connie, that's our girl right there. Connie. I like that. That even give me chills, you know what I'm saying? Because I can hear the difference, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And if you ever struggle with depression or feeling overwhelmed, anything like that, you can hear clearly two voices. One is normally fainter than the other, you know what I'm saying? But there's something in you that does say that you matter, you just don't hear it as clearly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so what I hear in these comments, 121 people they're turning up the volume on that positive voice again.
Come on.
They just mellowing everything back out again. They evening everything out. They letting her know like, hey, that thing that's deep inside of you that you started to bury a little bit, that thing still matters.
Yeah.
You still matter. And you just don't have the energy to tell yourself no more. So let us pour into you.
Yeah.
And I think that you stepping outside of your schedule, outside of your comfort zone, even outside of your tired and you've been exhausted, your exhaustion, you taking that little step allowed 121 other people to be able to even help you and pour into her. You know what I'm saying? God, by you stepping out of yourself, God gave you a bigger break and gave her more help than what you could have even done by yourself. I like what I'm seeing right here, man.
But the fact that she took the step to actually reach out, the fact that she was like, I'm vulnerable enough to even say this to you, it's like, okay, she needed something that she wasn't getting from nobody else, and she took a chance.
Right.
Who knows? She probably didn't think you was gonna respond.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
and so,
for sure.
Right. And the fact that
it's a cry for help.
Right. And the fact that you responded, and not only did you respond, but you brought your tribe too. That's very special.
And you know what's crazy, Crystal? You said the tribe, you're right. It's a plethora of different people. Yeah. Like one of my guys that has this thing, this brand called Atlanta Modern Homes. So they feature like all the modern homes in Atlanta. We connected. He says, don't give up. You will look back on these times as temporary road bumps. Along a successful road, you know what I'm saying? Keep your head up. And my man Crump, shout out to Crump, he said, you are needed and God loves you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then you got some people on here. My one girl, Rowan in Canada, said a diamond doesn't know it's a gem. So seeing your value isn't easy, but take it step by step and just know that the process and shaping the gem won't make the same sense and feel right until that final moment. Then you can say you lived the life of a lifetime, whatever you do to try to find a way to shine. Like,
wait. What's her name? Who is that?
Right.
Who is that? She just got a new follower. Who is that?
Rowan.
All right. Rowan, you don't know me, but I know you.
Yeah, Rowan.
Hey, tell me her name right now.
Rowan Higgins. ROENHIGGINS.
HIGGINS. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah. I don't know if you listen to the podcast or not, but you about to.
She tapped in. Yeah, she in our Speakers Academy too.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to
but even that on your page,
man.
It could have come from her, but it could affect so many other people going through the same thing.
Yeah.
And it's deep. It's deeper than just what we think it is for that one moment.
Right.
And I don't know if she's going through stuff on social media. So I don't know if social media is her getaway and her home life is just, not great. Right. Maybe life in school or however school is going these days. But whatever her escape is, whatever it is that's liberating her mentally, she's got to find that and really just focus on finding her inner peace and knowing that her purpose isn't what everybody else is saying. Because there's a reason why she feels like she wants her soul to be, gone. And she's got to realize her soul is not something that can be given really to that shouldn't be given to others, but that it should be protected at all costs. Yeah. So, yeah.
One thing about community is that especially when our sister I think we were protecting her privacy, right?
Yeah.
So even when the young lady is what she thinks is her last moment of vulnerability or her last moment of weakness, which is basically her last cry for help. It's basically saying, you know what, not only do I not agree with you, but I wish that God would just take everything from me right now so I don't have to feel what I'm feeling no more. She might feel like that was her last moment of weakness, but for me, I see it as her first act of strength. You know what I'm saying? Because in your weakest point, sometimes the worst thing you can do is die publicly. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just want to ball up privately and just fall away and don't let anybody see the fact that you're going away. But what she did was she took the little energy that she had left and reached out to a source that probably looked insurmountable or something that she would never have access to.
Right.
And Jeremy.
Right.
Jeremy having all these followers. I'm pretty sure she probably messaged him before, said something in the story. He might not have seen it, or somebody else might have acknowledged it, whatever the case may be. But why in this moment, with this particular thing, was Jeremy just happened to be on at the same time? Because the way it works, you have to be at the top of the list when you checking it for you to even see that actual comment amongst all the other ones that are out there.
And there are times when a lot of messages come in, if there are those who's like, hey, bro, you're really dope, or hey, dope, bro, I want to join your community or stuff like that, like they don't send it to me. But these like high alerts, the team will take a screenshot and be like, yeah, you got to respond to this.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
So it's intentional.
Yeah, it's intentional. And they
like
don't be
that.
on. So if Crimp or Sean is like, Crump or Sean is like, hey, bro, your message was powerful. You know, it really blessed me. Like the team ain't really on giving me affirmation. They just like, well, you get that a lot.
Right.
But if somebody's like, I want to quit, they like, oh yeah, we need you to tap in.
Effectiveness.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
That's the stuff right there.
Right.
Like they don't be sending me, hey, this person really enjoyed your book. They miss me with that.
Yeah.
But if they come across one of these people, and I probably was at her school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all these schools I go to, millions of kids. Like, you know what I'm saying? And so when the community responded, that's why I feel like this was a win for social media.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because the very thing that she thought might have kind of led her to her demise was the very thing that kind of breathed life back into her. Then she sends me a DM and says, I feel the prayers. With a little praying hand emoji.
Oh, you saved that one.
Nice.
Okay. For sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Hold on. Let me,
Yeah, sis, we rocking with you. Christy, you was about to say something. Why he's looking for it? What was you about to say?
I was, but I got
caught up in that moment.
Yeah.
That's a testimony.
Yeah,
Facts.
I felt your prayers today. Yeah.
I love that.
Yep.
Because even that's something that's simple just turns that negative into a positive. But even what I was saying before is that when she felt like she was overwhelmed, what we don't realize a lot of times is when we seclude ourselves and we feel overwhelmed with a lot of stuff, what we don't realize is that pain we feel, that overwhelmingness in ourselves is what we have in common with so many people who are unwilling or unable to speak up. Right. And by her just reaching out, so many people, I feel like the reason why people come together to pour into people like this is because we know what it feels like to feel lost, to feel alone, to feel overwhelmed, to feel buried. You know what I'm saying? Like we know what it feels like to not have or feel like we don't have a way out.
Right.
And so when you're on the other side of that and someone else is in a place where either you've been or where you're going, sometimes it even encourages you to speak life to somebody else. Right. She has no idea that she might have helped someone else in their own situation. Right. By her almost giving up, they were just like, you know what? I can't give up because I know that my words can still encourage somebody. Right. So based off my words still having life, I know that it's not time for me to die. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like just off that alone. Thanks. And so I just want to give a shout out to that young lady and let her know, like you saved a lot of people just by being vulnerable and being weak in a moment. You have no idea how strong you really were.
And shout out to my 120 something friends and supporters from different industries, you know what I'm saying, that tapped in. Yeah. Some was young people, some were pastors, some were just some of the homies, some were friends, some are people in the business industry, you know what I'm saying, that saw the post and took the time to pour into her. And I just feel like if more people would tell the whole story, like that's my beef with social media. I'm not tripping. Like share the highlights. But when you look at the word of God, bruh, like that thing was clear. Jesus wasn't just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? If you give your life to me, it's going to be perfect. No, he told you, if you really going to be my follower, you're going to deny yourself. It ain't about you. Pick up your cross every single day. You're going to have some struggles and you're going to have to follow me in the example I set for you. Like he made it clear. So a lot of people feel like, yo, when I give my life to God, or if this works out, everything's going to be perfect. No, it's not. And so I just wish for so many people, social media is a highlight reel. And I get it. I didn't, when I was, where was we at a few days ago, Q? Texas. So Q took some fire pictures. I wasn't posting the busted ones, even though you don't take busted pictures, all your pictures be dope, but I posted the dope ones, right? But I also want to be balanced, and I'll share those moments of vulnerability. You know, so I'll share some of those L's so we can be a lesson. And so I feel like even I got to do better with that. Maybe Q, like, and if you think about it, bro, like I need to start sharing some L's, you know what I'm saying? Or some dodo. Like maybe, you know what? Maybe we put up, that's what I'm gonna do, bro. On God, bro. I'm gonna put up the video when I fail on stage.
You ain't gonna put
I'm gonna put it up.
You ain't gonna put it
up.
Can I do the voiceover?
Hold on, we went to
Jay,
see that right there?
What? No, Jay. No, because you my guy. No, because you my guy. That's my guy.
The fact that we go,
I just want people to
go from deep emotional to like, I'm gonna put up the video, and this video is hilarious.
Can we be real? Like, yo, this
so let me tell the people what it is.
I can't. My emotions is all over the place right now.
Let me preface it.
Okay, let's. Jay,
and but we talked about it last
story,
week.
Justice, okay?
But we talked about it last week.
Shout out to Batman.
We talked about it last week.
Justice in this whole situation.
But we talked about it last week. But we talked about it last week. So for those of y'all that's listening, last week's episode, when we talked about the hype of the conference, we did open it up. So it's for those of y'all that didn't listen to last week's, listen to it. Yeah. But basically, when the conference jumped off, you know, I was excited, you know what I'm saying? And me and Mike ran up. And we decided to.
Mike didn't run.
Okay, my bad. So I did an impromptu chest bump, and you know what I'm saying, Mike, he got a little more weight on me, and I fell back and flipped, and it was a very funny, embarrassing moment. I made up for it, but maybe I post that because people are always posting the highlights. But let me let them know, hey y'all, like, I'm super blessed, very successful. Yeah. But I still catch L's. You know what I'm saying? With every loss, there's a lesson. With every lesson, there's a blessing. Yeah. I know now not to give no impromptu at the last minute. I know now, don't make no eye connect with Mike in front of 300 people and try to chest bump him.
And sometimes he takes 2 steps forward and takes 4 steps back.
Okay. That's my girl. Did you hear your girl? He said sometimes your progress seems to take 2 steps forward and then you can take 4 steps backward and a roll. Because even Scarlett, if you're familiar with YouTube before social media got crazy, even Scarlett took a turn.
I love it. I love it.
I was going by steps in my head.
No, I love it. I appreciate that.
We can title that post Steps to Christ. Because what happened? I'm just saying. That's just a shout out to my auntie. You know what I'm saying? She was like, she was a rider back in the day.
To another episode of the Next Level Living podcast. This will be Mikey's last episode.
I'm sorry, Miss G.
Whoa!
I'm gonna bring in a replacement.
McKay.
6th man of the year. You know what I'm saying? No, but seriously.
Yo, I ain't even close to the start line.
So, but no, for real, that was funny. Freaking hilarious, right? Hilarious, yes. That was really good, right? So
Jay
that's what we're gonna do.
Jay be tripping.
No,
man.
that's what I'm gonna post it.
Okay.
Just because I don't like people make it seem like everything's so perfect. And like when I wrecked my truck, bruh, Holy Ghost was like, nah, you let don't be in the truck store, in the truck shop, buying 18-wheelers and people looking at you like, oh, he balling. Yep, I just bought a truck. I done bought my mama a truck. Like, don't do that if you're not gonna tell the whole story. Let them people know, like, you just took a big $50,000 loss. Let them know that your truck got totaled, but still bless the Lord. So go to Instagram, you know what I'm saying, and talk about God and be like, man, I honor God. You know, he give it and take it away. And so I just feel like if we have more of a balance, then you have all these iconic, amazing people who folks look up to, you know what I'm saying? Like if The Rock would show like, man, I was doing this and this happened. If J-Lo would be like, man, this happened. You know what I'm saying? If Kevin Hart or somebody with LeBron James would be like, man, this happened to me.
Right.
Then folks would be like, man, they did this too. If Beyonce posted something, you see like, man, look at this, y'all. I was walking the mall, just got done, you know what I'm saying, shopping the Louis store and trip and fell, even though everybody that will go viral. But I'm just saying, if people would see that, then those who are in that weird place will know, oh, everybody's life ain't perfect.
Yeah.
Now it's gonna take some, you know what I'm saying, some boldness if somebody in there scrambling, hey, y'all, I'm gonna keep 100 with y'all. I'm sitting here making hamburger helper. Yeah. So I know last week I was filet mignon.
But you know what? If somebody posted their car got totaled, right? How do you know one of their followers or somebody they know isn't looking to give somebody a car better than the one they had?
Right.
And it's like, if you don't post your L's, you're missing out on the blessings that can come through your L's.
Mm.
That's what happened to you. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, for sure. And because she was open and she was like, hey, I'm struggling, she got her blessing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's important. Now I'm not excited. I'm not excited about sharing that post. So if y'all don't remind me, then
I don't think we'll have no problem getting that up.
Can you post that like immediately?
No.
Oh,
We're not going to rush it.
It's going to be in
We're going to do that with
episode.
perfection and intention. Just let me know when you're ready to cue that up. I'm going to make sure we have all the angles for you, just to make sure. And you edit that thing in together. Jay, enjoy
Aren't we adding that in this podcast?
It's not.
Aren't we adding that on the end? Or either like,
do you want to just, you want to throw the clip
in? Yeah, it should be
in?
thrown in here.
You know,
we talking about it. People got to see
having
it.
a lot of stuff going on.
Nah,
he probably ain't got time for that.
Is so gifted.
I think this one he'll make an exception for.
Yeah,
that's true.
If you can.
Matter of fact, this is a next level exclusive. Like Jay tells us to walk in it. You know what I'm saying? Walk as if it's already done.
You know, but most of our listeners don't even watch the YouTube, so they probably don't even care.
That's not true.
It's okay. They'll go to the YouTube for this.
Don't worry. I'm excited, Jay. I appreciate you doing that.
But I'm down to do it because I want people to know like everything not perfect. It's not always smooth. That's why when I take the stage, people be like, "Oh, you're so powerful." I'm not that powerful of a speaker. I'm just transparent.
Just transparent.
I'm just vulnerable. Yeah. I don't mind talking about the marriage counseling. I don't mind talking about drug and alcohol abuse and porn and all the other things I struggle with. Like, I don't mind talking about all those things from years ago, the lifestyle I was living. Like, I don't mind sharing my testimony. I don't mind talking about me and Tracy getting marriage counseling. I don't mind talking about some of the insecurities I had because that frees up other people.
So I got a question for you, Jay, because that's dope, but a lot of people don't have the success story on the other side of it yet. What do you say to the person that needs the confidence to speak while inside of the storm? Because it's a difference when you get outside of the storm and you look back and you're just like, man, I thought I wasn't going to make it. Right. But what about for that individual that's inside of it right now? What do you say to that person in terms of being transparent where they are and just having faith that things are going to work out even before it does?
I think you just gave them the message. Have faith that it's going to work out even before it does. The problem with a lot of people is they want to wait until everything is perfect. Like, yo, just share your story. Just speak your truth. Yeah. People looking at me like, man, Jay, I see where you are. They don't even know it. Yeah. I'm just getting started. I'm running in different circles now. Yeah. I got another, you know what I'm saying, group of friends I'm running with. I got in some groups, you know what I'm saying, I'm the top earner. In other groups, I'm the bottom earner. Like, don't play with it. Like, it's levels to it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I talked to one of my homeboys the other day. My man said he did $15 million in 9 months. $15 million in 9 months. I'm looking at him like, bro.
He's still free?
Yeah, he's still free. And it's legit. And it's a legit business.
I just don't know a lot of businesses that can do that so quickly.
Oh, man, let me tell you something, bro.
I was just, I thought he was watching Netflix.
Let me tell you something, right? So I say, you're stupid.
Wait, what? I was like, wait, he in Cartagena?
Hey, but it's levels to it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And so wherever you are, people are catching wins and losses. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Throughout the journey. That's wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, shoot, I talked to Big Shan, our marriage coach, the other day. He's like, bro, stop playing. Y'all need some more sessions. I was like, bet. My man was like, y'all need like 6 to 12. Wow. I'm like, bro, we actually kind of Gucci. You know what I'm saying? He was like, nope, another level. He was like, I just seen what happened with that conference. It's my responsibility. I need to make sure y'all on a whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think people should
accountability.
Share. Oh, for sure, bro. Man. I'm always be good.
Bro, but that's what is so good about the circle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I was listening to Stephen Furtick and TD Jakes. They were having a conversation. And TD Jakes says something about Stephen Furtick that I see that could be a thing with you, but because you so intentional with your circle, they said sometimes with people that are so powerful and so gifted, they see everyone else clearly except themselves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you such a humble dude. Like, I don't know if you really see yourself completely in the capacity that everybody else sees it, but a lot of times you set up a circle to make sure that all sides of you are covered and you don't have to look at yourself constantly. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
So I think it's powerful that you've been so intentional. I just want our listeners and our next levelers out there to make sure that they are being intentional with the people they surround themselves with. You know what I'm saying? Like, to make sure that whatever direction you're trying to hold yourself to, you're not the strongest person in every facet of your life. Right. Because what happens is that when you grow tired, you need somebody to pour into you. Absolutely. You need somebody to hold you accountable when you're feeling weak or when you feel like cheating yourself. And the fact that you've been so intentional with that, I love it when you say, when I hear somebody else check you or tell you, nah, Jay, you're not good. You need 6 to 12 sessions. Even though you might be okay, you're not next level.
Yeah.
In that facet.
It's always another level.
And that's why this podcast is so important, because it's just a weekly reminder that you can still take your life to the next level. We're not saying you're doing bad in life.
Right.
It's just that good is the enemy of great. It's not bad.
Right.
And people's like, Mike, what do you mean? Well, guess what? Good is when you get complacent. If I tell you doing good, if I tell you look good, you're doing good. It's not a bad thing. So most people settle for good because great takes so much extra work. So if I tell you doing just good, if you know you're doing bad, it's like, okay, yeah, I know. That's motivation enough. But good will make you settle. So if you're going to be your best, you could be with your best without having so many accountability. I mean, you could be good without having so many accountability partners. But if you're going to be next level, you need all of that around you.
Absolutely.
So we got to be intentional with that as well.
Yeah.
But what if you look good with a T at the end?
Hold on real quick. I'm about to ignore you. Hold on, no,
Hey,
real
look.
quick. I'm about to ignore you. I'm be right back with you.
look.
Anyway, no.
So look, so Ebony, my sidebar, and this, I don't want to stretch it too far, but even with the speaking engagements, Ebony will reach out and would be like, hey, did Jeremy meet or exceed your expectations? If they like, oh, Jeremy was amazing. He met my expectations. I'm devastated. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to meet it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to exceed it. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that kind of
Hey, hold on,
helps.
Jay, real quick. We might have to edit this part real quick. When you said, hey, I'm trying to overcome it, I think you just said the N-word on accident. It's all good.
Yeah, but it was like, man,
I feel it.
Be good.
But you know, social media is
now
just
everybody.
But now,
You know what
don't
I'm
worry, it
saying?
ain't gonna
And
make the cut.
and I don't
I
use-
just
I don't
want to
use
get
the
into
N-word
it,
never
and
that often.
I didn't want to forget. We gonna cut it out.
Nope,
and
we're
just go
good.
back.
See, you killed it. Yeah,
Jay,
it's
I
okay.
heard it.
You put
Let's
emphasis
keep
on
rolling.
it.
Yeah.
If
I
I
didn't
don't,
hear it.
somebody in the comments will. We just gonna cut it and go back. It's just a couple seconds. That's it. What minute mark are we at?
I appreciate that.
For sure,
So
it's love.
Go back and look at it.
That's it, y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, and it was intentional, which is why,
Oh, it was?
bruh, I did not even like.
Oh, I didn't know. And okay,
please.
and see, I won't do it
Please.
again.
Please.
And see, you do it so smooth, and it do. But for me, I was just like, I gotta protect my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like just in
appreciate
case.
that.
I was trying to be next
Yeah,
level.
I
If I
appreciate
did too
that.
much, it won't happen
You know
again.
what?
what's so dope,
Y'all
though?
got church ears.
Right.
I've been in the industry too
I heard it
long.
and I was like,
I didn't
I was
hear
like, ooh.
nothing.
You said you didn't hear nothing? Oh, the
My
industry
God,
ears?
yeah.
The industry,
that's
I
right,
didn't hear
man.
nothing. I'm like, oh,
She's like,
yeah,
as long as they ain't got an
Mm-hmm.
ER on it, it's safe.
that's not right.
It ain't slavery.
Hey, my, you know what I'm saying? That nigga, my boy.
You was smooth. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I
we're
ain't
not
gonna hold
smooth
you.
enough, obviously. Yeah, but it's all good. So
All right,
no,
cool,
let's
cool.
so we keep it rolling. We're good.
Yeah.
But seriously, win for social media. You know, a win for our, you know, what I'm saying, for that young sister, and a win for others who were able to encourage her. But I'm thinking of the other hundreds and thousands that liked it, that seen it, that went and read through the comments, and then they were fed. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's really important that, you know, we use that more often. And so I don't mind sharing some of my challenges. I do be sharing a lot of the victories, right? I do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, who doesn't?
As you should.
Yeah, but but at the same time, I want to be more intentional about sharing some of those other areas so people know, like, don't think everything just be working out. You know what I'm saying? And I noticed, Q, remember when I would drop some of those videos back in the day and I would talk about the things that God convicted me of? Like, man, I found that I was a hater.
Oh, I love those.
Bruh, them get the most numbers more than anything.
Wow.
People just like, oh yeah, I nigga hating, you know what I'm saying? Again. You feel me? Like,
Okay.
I knew he was hating.
At this point, throw the
Right,
whole
we just
preacher
flow-
away.
We just flowing with it. I'm so quick to say next level, so you hear that so much. You know what I'm saying? It's just naturally hear me.
That dude different.
So with that being said, like a win for social media, like, you know, and Crystal, you don't really post that often.
No, I don't.
She keep on wondering.
Crystal,
Is that a question?
Yeah, Crystal energy is different though. She like, I'm winning in real life, so I don't even really gotta post to people like
She
that.
like social media.
Right. I'll be like, social media.
It's a holiday.
Okay.
You better
Like,
catch
you
me in
know,
traffic.
No, so here's the recap.
I'll start posting some more then.
I mean, you do what you do. Yeah, you do what you do. But I guess here's the takeaway before you wrap this up, right? Because my nephew got a football game. I just want to share this real quick, right? To all of our listeners out there, like, you'd be surprised what happens when you take an opportunity not to use your voice, not to use your platform to say, you know, to talk about the dope things or to give an inspiring word. But when you can come on and be vulnerable, when you can come on and be transparent, when you can talk about some of the things that you're struggling with and just ask for prayer, like, I think that's really where the real power is, because we often talk about adding value. I feel like our podcast adds value, right? I feel like the content that I put out here adds value, but I also talk about the things that God convicts me of, or some of my challenges or struggles or insecurities, or if I took a financial or business loss, I feel like that also adds value because it's balanced and other people realize, man, I'm not the only one out here struggling. Because if I'm only posting the cars or the trucks I bought or all the cool things and all the highlight moments, people are looking like, man, but they don't realize all the other sacrifices. Or maybe like maybe I post more pictures. Like sometimes I be wanting to take pictures when Tracy be up at night on her computer at 10 o'clock at night. I be wanting to take pictures and post that and be like, before y'all say something about the Chanel bag she just bought, like don't play with it while you sitting here watching Real Housewives of Atlanta, like she on this MacBook trapping. You know what I'm saying? Like nigga getting busy. You know what I'm saying? Like she out here putting that work in. And so people don't always see that side. So I think that's one thing I'm gonna be committed to do, to share more of the story, to let people know more of everything ain't always perfect.
Right.
You know
By
what
not
I'm saying?
posting your lessons, you blocking your blessings. Yep.
Posting your lessons.
Yep.
That's how you feel?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Just
Leave,
like that.
leave it right there. I love
Just
it.
like that.
When it comes to social, her part though, about social media being good and bad, you get both sides, but is it okay not to be posted so much? You have to post all the time.
Yeah.
Just because it's different, they're all different.
So Crump saying that the homie Crump is saying, you know, is there anything wrong with not posting? Yeah, absolutely not.
And see, I don't do a lot of hard posts. I post a lot of stories though. So like if I'll see something that inspires me, I'll post a story. But the hard post wise, it's just like, the page kind of summarizes who I am. I can post something to say, oh, I'm promoting this or I'm promoting that. But it's like, I don't know. It just sometimes it doesn't feel natural for me to post all the time. But I think I may have to, it could be something that I need to actually sit and figure out why. But also I don't
think you have to figure out why, right? Yeah. It's almost like, you know, if I go to a party, how come I'm not talking to people? Oh, you might want to just sit back and kick it. Or if you go to the movies, you ain't got to introduce yourself. You just came to see. You know what I'm saying? Like you create the page. When you go to Dubai, you posted those pictures. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you might have life moments. You might post those pictures. Somebody's 50th birthday, you might post a picture. Right. You know what I'm saying? To show love. But then you have those people, you know what I'm saying? Like because of the work that they do. Right. Like I don't imagine the average person that's like an accountant to always be posting.
You know what?
There are some people that might post.
You know what? And you're right. I think my main page is so catered to around like profession that the personal things that I do, I don't even like want to put on that page because I'm like, well, does this really matter to them? You know? So I do have like other pages for other things. So like I'm into curls and like I have my curl pages where I like do tutorials or I'll talk about.
Let me find out. You a curl influencer, right?
Like I'll do other things like that, and then I have like another page that's just like full of like inspirational videos and inspirational quotes. Like I have a different things that I will post on, but my main page I just be feeling like, okay, like I don't really know what the audience really is, you know. So I'm just like, okay, I'm here. Like you can find me here. You can even reach me here. Right. But are you gonna be interested if I post my curl videos? I don't know, and I know who is though, so I'm still with that community.
Yeah, and so
stay in your lane. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, and that's what we don't. I don't need people out here concerned. Like I got some of my partners went to college with. They like, oh, they seen some on Instagram. They not even on Instagram. They like, bro, I got my life. Fact. Like, I mean, it's cool. Right. But then you got people like me that's just like, yo, this is like what you do. Yeah. This is how you connect with people. This is how you stay engaged. You know what I'm saying? You're a person like of influence. You know what I'm saying? This is how you connect with the world. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you do that through this or emails or podcasts or things like that. So it's just the way to connect. But to recap, because we had a strong recap, you know what I'm saying? You do what's best for you, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to it. But I think it's powerful and we really help go to the next level when we say, hey, I'm going to share, you know what I'm saying, my thoughts. I'm going to talk about not just the victories, you know what I'm saying, but also the challenges and the lessons, you know what I'm saying, and the losses. Because with every loss, there's a lesson. And with every lesson, there's a blessing. Right. Let's get it. Hey, what's up, y'all? Jeremy here with the Next Level Living podcast. Also, the founder of the Next Level Living clothing company. Check this out, y'all. Don't just rock with the podcast. You got to get the merch. You are part of our family. You are part of our community. Matter of fact, we're going to do something special for you, right? We want you to visit shopnextlevel.co, shopnextlevel.co, and you automatically will get 20% off of the merch. Just put podcast there. Put podcast there, right? And you'll get a 20% off all of our merch. Shopnextlevel.co. I'll see y'all at the top. Let's get it.
on another level.